This video explains how to download, install, and configure models for xLights and LOR S6 and other compatible applications. The first step is to download your model. Let's navigate over to HolidayCoro.com/models. Once you're on this page, you'll see various different options. In most cases, you will choose the top option, which is xLights, and also for LOR S6. Go ahead and click the link, and this will bring you to the model search page. Go ahead and enter your model part number. Now, your model part number will either be printed on a white label on the reverse side back of your prop. It will be also printed on a packing slip that came with your order. Look on the far left. It will also be in your email. And if you have any other questions on that or have a problem finding that, just reach out to us. All right, so we're going to go ahead and enter the part number. In this particular case, we're going to look for 4013. And we see that we have multiple models here. Now, you'll notice this has a Rev 2. Sometimes we will have multiple revisions of a model, so you can choose which version. Normally, you would choose the most current revision. Some models will also have names associated with them. They may have the full name of the prop. We do always recommend searching just for the part number, as all models have the part number listed in them. All right, let's go ahead and download that. And you'll click download, and that will go to your downloads folder. Now, we do recommend moving your models over to the root directory of your xLights installation. So if you have a Halloween installation, put all the Halloween models into that particular install. It's always easier if xLights has all the models in one location. That also makes that if you need to make any adjustments or changes or backups, it means that all that data is in one place. Now, you may want to go ahead and continue downloading additional models if you have them. Now, once you have all of your models downloaded, go ahead and go into your xLights. In this particular case, we are in xLights. Your xLights may look slightly different. This is September 18th, 2025. Or if you're using LOR S6, please see LOR instructions. Now, you of course will need to set up a controller, but this video is only for the models. Now, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go up here to the Import Custom. We do not have a picture of our house or property location. You would typically have a picture of that. You can go down here, click in there, and set your background image right here. Now, we're going to go ahead, select import, and with my left mouse button, I'm going to drag across the area where I want to put the model in. Next, you're going to navigate to the location of where you put your model. In this particular case, mine is still in my downloads folder, but you can put them onto, again, your xLights directory. That is recommended. So we're going to go ahead and open that, and in comes my model. Now, this may not be the right scale for your particular location. You may need to adjust it to make it larger, or it may come in too small or too big, and you need to make it smaller. Or you may need to make it reversed or upside down. In this particular case, if you've made your spider this direction, just grab that top button right here, this blue, and just rotate it to fit. You can also adjust it at an angle. All right, now once you have properly got your model in, you do want to rename it. Now we have just generic names. Often it's the product code. What you want to do is give it a name that's logical for your installation. So if you have this spider mounted above your garage, you may want to put spider above garage door. Or if it's on the left side, let's say you have tombstones and they're on the left side of your display and you have tombstones on the right side of your display, make sure to put those in there. Press enter. That will then cause it to be saved. If you get any prompt indicating to save the name, you do not have to save the name or the alias if you have not done any sequencing yet. All right, so now our model is in here. A few other things to be aware of that you may need to make adjustments to on your model before you start using it. First is the number of strings. Now, your prop may require multiple strings because it has a lot of pixels. Let's say that you have a model that has 500 pixels. We typically will not use one single output or string of lights to run that. If you use multiple strings, you will need to tell xLights how you've built that. So let's just pretend that this particular model is split into two strings. So we started off with one string and then we finished with another string. So we're just going to go ahead and put in there that we have two strings, and we're going to say individual start nodes. I'm going to go ahead and put a check mark there. And if we started our first string on 1, which is normal, and let's say that the total number of pixels, in this particular case, this has 360 channels. So if we take 360 channels and we divide that by 3, we have 120 pixels. So you can see xLights has already done some math for us and assumes, hey, you probably did it halfway through. And that's why it's saying the first string is 1. And what you don't really see here is it's really 1 to 60. And then the next one is 61 to 120. All right, so once you get your specifications set in here for your model, you may also want to go down here to various other properties. Normally you're going to have RGB lighting. You may also make some adjustments to your brightness levels. All right, now some props may come with submodels. A submodel is a sub-definition of a model. So when we're looking at this in sequencing, we could just turn the entire spider on or off or do an effect against it, but you may have an effect that applies within a prop, a most common being singing faces. You may to turn on specific areas of the face, such as the eyes or the mouth or the outline, specific to where you are in the sequence. But you also may have unique effects that appear on spinners, for example, or wreaths. You can see submodels by clicking down into the submodels. Now, this particular prop does not have a submodel listed, and if you do need to add them, you can always add submodels. So if you wanted to put in here, let's say you want this little sign right back here on the back, I could just go in here and select that, and now we have this sign on the back. You could also define the legs, each as a unique area. So if I put that in there, we could then go, this is that, and we could then go down here. You can also click individual pixels like this. Sometimes it's a little tricky. I don't know why xLights is not cooperating today, but you can select those, and then you'll be able to sequence them directly. Okay. Now, if you wish to also look at the prop, let's say that you have to install the pixels. So let's say you're putting your prop into your xLights first, then adding the pixels later. You can right-click on any prop and then select Wiring View. And this will show you how the original design for this prop was wired. Now, it's important to understand that xLights defaults to reverse view. And reverse view means the wiring side. This is the side that you would put up that if it has a printed pattern would be on that side, but also the side in which you're going to install the pixels. If you want to view it from the front, as if you're standing in front of the prop, just right-click up here, select Front. And you can see there's various different options to do that. All right, now you can zoom in. You'll see that the blue dot indicates the first location of where the pixels start, and then it just goes around the prop. Now, if your prop doesn't have print on the reverse side, or maybe it's a basic prop, you can also just print your design right there and just print it on the printer so that you'll have a guide in which to print that out. Now, you can also export this and do a lot of other things that will allow you to do that. Now, if you are printing your prop, I do recommend that you make sure that you're in the rear view when you print your prop so that you'll have the pattern that matches. Now, it may be obvious if your prop is not symmetrical because it goes the wrong direction. All right. So now we have our prop in xLights and we're all ready to go. If you have any issues or problems, feel free to reach out to HolidayCoro at holidaykoro.com/contact us.